Hey everyone, how's it go? Oh wow, it kept on the last thing that I was doing. Hey, all right, well, whatever. How's it going, everybody, and welcome to Sonic Adventure, the finale. Soup, how you doing? Cuphead, how you doing? OMG, it's Gamer Boy, how you doing? Drinky, what's up? Yeah, we're at the end. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. If you haven't noticed, I'm actually using a brand new microphone right here. This is the Audio-Technica AT2020. I'd show you what it would require as well, because it requires another box for me to run, just so that way I can actually get the audio to you. So, yeah, that's interesting. Just let me know if I'm a little too loud or not, because I can just use this dial right here and just load. Oh, you can't hear me because of the noise gate. Oops, my bad. But I can make myself too loud, which I don't want to do, or I can just make myself at a decent volume so that way everyone can hear me and we can hear the game at the same time. Bolly, how you doing? Onyx Idiot, what's up? It wasn't too loud? I was just showing that I could do that in real time rather than coming to my computer right here and showing that. So that was pretty much what I was showing. Sonic the Hedgehog 71, thank you so much for following. That's probably on your end, or you're probably noticing or the delay is screwing up on my end. But yeah, so completely different audio setup rather than just a USB. So that's where we're going to be at the foreseeable future. I am probably going to have to get a shock mount because I moved this a little bit and oh, it doesn't do it now, but when I didn't have the noise gate up, it was actually registering through the microphone. I accidentally. So if I do that or something, if I bump it, you're going to hear it. All right. We should probably get started though.
Here I come, Sonic.
Play Sonic Mania us on XE. Yeah, but I mean, have it on like 3 different systems, and one of them's a Nintendo Switch. What's the point of it? But it would be kind of cool. I mean, I guess it's cool. You don't have any of that, and you have a legal version of Mania. I hope it works with a legal copy. A badge for Tails? Yeah, I go for everything for Tails.
Everything's working great. All systems go, full speed ahead. Uh-oh, what's this? No!
Oh, I can't change font size, so. Miss, yeah, hello.
Going down.
Oh, yeah, I'm going for all the power-ups. Hope.
Look out below!
Style. It's solid. It's just, you know, the level design itself might not be great. It might be a little. It's funny when you play on a console version. Too complicated. Like they add a little too much to it in terms of like your combos and stuff. But on the Wii version, they add next to nothing on it, so it's very weird. You have both extremes. Only played the Wii version. I own both of them, but I've only really played the Xbox 360 because I had longer. How far am I on the Wii version? I only played like a half hour. That was fast. I know. This is my favorite game, so I've learned everything I could about it. Oh, if you guys want an update on Sonic 3 Knuckles Without Defeating a Badnik, it's either Friday or Saturday that video will be out. Are a channel member or a Twitch sub, it's going to come to you a lot sooner. There, that's my update.
It's not like you to crash like that.
Only everyone here is going to hear that.
Yeah, it's just
Oh, not me. Oh, sorry.
prototype power supply, and it's not fully compatible yet.
You can always borrow my plane, the Tornado.
I want to hear the Japanese text on it. Doesn't even.
Thanks, Sonic.
But
But if I can make this work,
like Tails
it'll
doesn't even
run
look like he
circles
can
around
add,
yours.
like his mouth even comes
Check out
close to
the
what
power
actual
supply.
dialogue would be.
It's a Chaos Emerald. No way.
I was lucky to find one of the 7 Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah, Eggman Land is it's
Now I wanna
an experience.
harness that power to fly my plane. Let's go to my workshop in the Mystic Ruins, and I'll show you what I've been working on. We'll go to the station, hop on a train, and get there in no time.
I actually always liked playing as Tails. It's just breaking the levels was so much fun. Birthday's tomorrow? Awesome. Happy early birthday. And I'm not gonna be streaming tomorrow, so might as well say it now. I mean, I could say it on Wednesday as well, but earlier is better. But can I do a Sonic Generations 3DS stream? I've done it once before. It does take a while to go through. Oh, you know what? I could probably do that for the next Sonic stream. But it is gonna have to be a week from now because I kind of dedicate Mondays to Sonic. Everything else is like whatever I'm in the mood.
Look, it's your jet anklet. Its jet power makes you fly faster.
Yeah, breaking levels with Tails is so... Alright. You know what? I don't want to go here. I want to go to Emerald Coast. I wonder if you could do that. Is that possible in this game? Glitch yourself into Emerald Coast? I know it's doable in DX. I've done it before. Found out with this game. Go here. Kind of wedge yourself in here. Camera constantly not doing favors. You can kind of just push yourself through there, fly all the way over about here. I don't think it's doable in this. Oh, it is possible? Okay, well... I don't know if I want to try it just because... You know what? I'll do it. I won't do it. I've done that, like, every time I've played this game, so... Also, my analog stick for the game, for my Dreamcast, is not the most precise, because it kind of, like, turns a little bit, kind of like a dial. So, does that, so analog, like, precision analog control, a bit more of a challenge. Push down on it.
The train headed for the Mystic
Rotating
Ruins
on
will
me.
be departing soon.
Like, you know when you have like a messed up, or like how the PS2 controllers, you can kind of turn them a little bit, or I'm not familiar with that. It's like that, but it does it a little bit, and it messes with my analog control. Kind of make sure it doesn't shift or anything. Playing. I playing on a Dreamcast or emulator? Playing on a Sega Dreamcast. I'd show you the console, but it's over there being noisy. Love it. Not someone who uses glitches a lot. Nah, I don't do it a lot. It's just like, it's always fun to go there. Especially as Knuckles.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Sonic and Tails.
It's Eggman!
Gonna play Adventure with me? Nice. By the way, welcome to the stream, that one dude.
The most cunning scientific genius in the world!
Yeah, right, Dr. Eggman.
Enough! I've been working on a master plan, but now it's time to put it to work!
That usually means trouble coming from you.
Tell you about this version. Oh, then you'll be able to skip cutscenes. I can't.
Give me that Chaos Emerald, or else...
Or else what, huh?
Or else I'll take it from you the hard way.
Character in. Yeah, I know that mod. I also like the randomizer mod, which I might want to play again. That one's fun. Love doing randomizer stuff. I wonder if I'm too... Oh, I might be a little too quiet, so I'm gonna move the mic a little closer to me. Or me. Why not? I just don't... The only thing is that the XLR cable I'm using is like 15 feet, which is unusual. A little overkill, but... Who knows? Maybe if I ever rearrange my setup, it'll be worth it, or it'll be necessary. Sounds like your Dreamcast has Joy-Con ever existed. No, it's just a lot of wear and tear. It's an old Dreamcast controller. I've been meaning to get a new one, a newer one, or one in better condition. It doesn't drift or anything. It's just still makes analog control a little tough because I'll try to move and it'll shift instead of let me make the move that I need. Fine. I've gotten into it. Works with like the majority of games I have. Resident Evil, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Not so much Capcom vs. SNK. I think I need a real fight stick for that because it is very tough to control. I haven't tried Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which is another game I have on it. I don't have that set up. I don't know how to set that up. I should really figure that out. Thank you for lurking. Hackers Overlord. Thank you so much for hosting.
All systems, full power. Ah,
Oh, I was trying to roll, but okay. I actually found that you can fall down here in DX. Like, I beat Eggman and then I managed to fall down and died from it. Funny. Ever complete Sonic Story. Ah. Yeah.
What's that?
Oh. Cupheads, thank you so much for hosting. Play Sonic Generation on a... I tried it once when I used to have a low-end computer and it crashed. I got all the way to the Dreamcast stages, Dreamcast era stages, and then it just started crashing on me.
That was just too easy.
gotcha.
Hey, he snagged it.
Like, pops out of it.
Chaos.
Actually kind of funny to see that happen.
Who's Chaos?
Oh my gosh, you can actually see Eggman's wrist? I didn't think his wrist was visible the way he had it. I thought his sleeve went, like his glove and his glove went over. That's what I know. The underrated track in the game.
Yes, it's really happening. Just as the stone tablet.
You can see it's right there.
Hear this, Sonic.
Chaos' strength increases every time I give it a
Chaos
emerald.
rolled.
All he needs is 7 emeralds to become invincible.
Good game.
Then he will turn Station Square.
That noise gate
into
might not be
upon
enough.
which I will build the ultimate city, Robotnik Land.
Like, I have a feeling my audio is being cut out as I speak.
You ready, Chaos?
I didn't beat the game with my Lost Bros.
Come on.
Viruses on my Windows 10, but I still beat the game. Oh, cool. Plan on getting a GameCube controller so I can play games on my homebrew Wii, which I need play GameCube games on your totally legal, your legally acquired video games from the local video game, used video game store, right?
Let's find the Chaos Emeralds before Eggman does.
That's how it goes. I have a feeling the noise gate's going to start cutting out my mic. We'll see. Because even though I see a green light here, it doesn't actually register to that. Have to kind of keep an eye on it and keep a track on how I speak. Sonic Generations was good. Sonic Forces was appointment shortly after. Yeah, I'll say Forces was a disappointment. It wasn't horrible, but just a disappointment. I mean, I know there are people who feel a lot stronger about the game and feel that it was either great or was the worst in the series, which is just hyperbole at this point. I mean, there are a lot worse in the series as produced. Sonic Blast being one of them. Like, good thing that was on Game Gear, otherwise, you know, you would see it on a list of like the worst Sonic games, which I still don't believe that it's not on them. That thing was terrible. Oh god, that's death if I actually. Might need a break. That's the first time I've ever had to do that. I screwed up my flight, so I didn't get enough height to go right into that. That's my fault. My time is normally a lot faster, it's just... whatever. It's only Sonic, it's not like he's fast or anything. liked Forces, that's fine. Transformers fan, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a good day. How's everybody's Monday treating you? Forgot to ask that. I'm really sorry. Top 10 list, Sonic Blast, what's that? Oh, no. There is a, like, I used to watch, like, top 5 videos, and they would go, like, with worst games, and Sonic Blast usually never makes it there. It's always 3D Blast. I never understood why. Like, Sonic Blast is such a worse game than that. On a real note, after a week, the game don't talk. Nintendo games, Nintendo and Sega are really unpopular in my country. That's strange. Sorry for like the extra noise. I'm like adjusting like the position of my mic. So if you hear any like extra noises, I apologize. My voice is cutting off.
The train.
Okay, so maybe if I do that, it'll be a little bit friendlier towards my voice. So hopefully that sounds better. I knew adding that noise gate was gonna be a problem, but I didn't want it where I was getting like audio leaking from like other rooms or something, or from outside. Two Tails player, how you doing? Welcome. Sonic Adventure is still my favorite modern game, and Three Knuckles is my favorite classic game. Train work. Yeah, when you add a noise gate, like your voice has to be at a certain volume, or has to be like registered at a certain decibel before it actually picks up. Unfortunately, it was too the threshold for it to like start cutting out was too, I don't know. It's like I had to be louder, so hopefully now I can, you know, talk at a normal volume and still be able to do commentary. Biggest gaming stores here mostly have Xbox and PlayStation stuff and shelves all over the place and barely any Nintendo things. That's kind of crazy. Hey, trains don't work. Hey Dylan, how you doing? Two Tails player, thank you so much for hosting. Hey Dylan, whoops, have you seen this thing? Right here. The new microphone. Took me like over an hour to set up just because the drivers and everything, and then it's like, oh, it only outputs to left side. I was like, great.
You made it.
So
Hey.
it's like I haven't even used it for like an hour and it already gave me a headache, but I was able to fix that. It takes a little time to set up and everything, but it's fine. It actually sounds good, I hope. Just trying to find like the right balance of like how loud I should have it and whether or not I should hold back. Let's go one, because the other one will take me to a longer route, I believe. I do not remember how long these routes are. Yeah, this one takes me all the way to the end. Done. Haven't seen the new Sonic movie. It's alright. No spoilers, people. Gotta be cool to everyone else. I almost dropped my controller. If I remember, the Switch launched after like a month. Only games in one of the shops was 2 Switches, 3 Switch games, 1 Wii U game, and that was it. Yikes, Nintendo really isn't popular there.
Get away from there!
Your Breath of the Wild playthrough, are you planning to do the Trial of the Sword? I just beat all the Divine Beasts, I'm trying to do I see stuff before I go into Ganon on my first Breath of the Wild playthrough. I actually don't have the DLC for it, so I think I'm just gonna do whatever's in the base game and then just go for the then go for Ganon. On Wednesday, I plan on going through the Gerudo area, which I was supposed to do last week, but I took a detour, and it's a long detour. So hopefully we'll get it right on Wednesday. So yeah, if anyone's curious, I stream Breath of the Wild on Wednesdays. It's my current like long playthrough,
Eggman
and
got one of
been
them.
having a good time.
But the other
Some
one's
jokes
safe.
have been
He
brought
must
up
be
from it,
getting desperate.
maybe a meme or two.
Now the Emerald count is 2-1 and Eggman's
Kind of makes me regret
winning.
streaming it, but
Let's
it's fun
get a
anyways.
move on.
Wait. Sorry. I'm just seeing exactly how close to orange it bringing my audio to. Again, it's, you know, still working at it, still learning how all this goes. Get the ice stone.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will
Like
be
an ice stone in the new
departing
Pokemon game, or like the more recent Pokemon games to evolve. Yet you can't get a Glaceon out of it. Breath of the Wild, what a great game. I'm currently in the middle of 100% Master Mode playthrough. I have over half of the 900 Koroks. Oh my gosh, 900. Okay then. I am not going for all the Korok seeds. I'll go for as many as I can, but not all of them. I wonder how many subs on YouTube. Subs? Good, don't. Because you can ask for all the subs you want, but if you have like if no one's watching your content, then those subs are what? Not saying, you know, that's not like a thing against people who just don't watch right away. It's just one of those. They just sub but kind of ignore everything you post up, then are they really, is it really just worth having a high sub number? Or is it more worth it having an active subscriber base? I upgraded my inventory already, so the second half of the seeds will be completely used. I actually have an older save. I have like a different save file that has like much more progress made. Like I'm supposed to go and fight Ganon. So I've been using that to like train and learn how to fight against Lionels, just so that way I have as much practice against it as possible.
Come on, Tails. See you later, Tails. All right, Tails.
Thank you. Pull a button and go faster. And going for the Master Sword as soon as possible. Yeah, I just need to try and get up to 12 hearts. So that way I don't end up getting killed trying to like pull out the Master Sword. So it's kind of cool because it's just a sword that doesn't break, even though it loses its power after a while. But it's still useful. You can still swing, still use it to attack things. If you have nothing else that you want to use. That's what I like most about the Master Sword, that it does, that it has that. Oh man, watch as this frame rate takes a dunk. Well, I was hoping to just jump on it, get enough speed to keep going, but whatever. You know what? I don't want that ramp anyways. That ramp sucks. Ramp is cooler. That sound effect is going crazy. I'm glad they changed the audio for, they tweaked the audio for DX. Like the only good thing it did. They tweaked the audio a little bit so it's not super loud. Not overpowering the music in some parts. Can I do this jump? Dang. I managed to jump once. I don't remember when, but I did do it. There's a jump that you could do where you can just fly all the way to it. I think it was the last time I streamed it. But you can actually just fly over the last part of it. I think I got it. I don't remember. I raid Ganon's castle with every blood moon. Get some good gear. Not a bad idea. Not technically the fastest thing alive because Tails keeps beating him in a... I mean, technically Tails is his equal in Sonic 2, so they go at the same speed. Like that's the funniest thing. Like Tails and Sonic are technically like I think in Sonic 2 they're at the exact same speed. The only difference is that Tails is like a little bit shorter, but he doesn't fly. Unless you play the Taxman and Stealth remake, re-release, whatever. That's when people were telling me, it's like, oh, just use Tails and fly. He doesn't fly in the Genesis original.
Hey, Knuckles! What's up?
Frustrating to repeatedly hear.
What are you doing, Knuckles?
Don't mess with me now. Just hand over the emeralds you have. Quick!
Hey, Pika Noob, thank you so much for following and welcome.
No way, Knuckles!
Yeah, this game is awesome. I love it.
Oh no. Oh no. Give it your... Oh no.
Dang. I was hoping he was going to continue doing that. Tails is the best character in Sonic Mania for a
Whoa!
reason.
Oh,
Can't
no,
get
the
crushed in the
emerald!
two tile high gaps. Yeah, he's shorter. And they're all mine. Man, Dean Bristow is such a big man in it.
He's got the emerald!
You two are bumbling idiots. You know that.
Hey, those are... the Chaos Emeralds.
You are so easily tricked. All I
Back
did
with
was
crisps.
wait for you to bring it
Right.
to me.
What the heck is he talking about anyway?
That is a- I don't know how I read crisps
Don't
out of
you
that.
realize when
Not even
you've been
close to it.
tricked?
Or it's somewhat close, but only like the first half of it.
No one
Forget
makes
it.
a fool out of me. Way to go, knucklehead.
I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna move on. Race technically the tallest
Count 'em.
game while
4
crouching
emeralds.
box
I summon chaos. Come forth.
standing. Oh, okay. Tails said the heck word. Ban him.
Eat up.
Oh no! It's changing again! We gotta stop this fast!
Yep, not this boss. Boss sucks. Yeah, it does. It's fine. Just takes a while to deal with. I think when I played as when I fought this boss as Sonic, it was actually a little bit easier to deal with. I don't remember how it was as Knuckles. I can't remember. That was like last week. Yeah, you just keep your distance. See the edge of that water, like right there, kind of leads to nothing. Camera's not doing me any favors. It's time to become Jesus. Yeah, see, the camera's just not doing any favors. Then again, I am like constantly moving, but then, you know, DX actually... Man, I have like enough things to complement DX on. Like, it does fix some of the cameras, but then again, it could be because I use mods for it. So that might be a thing. I don't know. DX is interesting to talk about. People just say it's the worst thing possible. Like, is it really? And it's done. Minute and a half until it's just kind of floats. Knuckles does a good, gullible. Really like how they changed the idiot Sonic. I don't know, I'm kind of mixed on it because he does have some really good moments in Boom, but I'm also kind of like, you have to make him the idiot? I mean, you got Big the Cat, use him. Got that stupid squirrel one was like, well, actually, no. He always starts every sentence with that. You can use him as an idiot. I think he's an idiot. How can you hit something made out of water? I don't know. Jump on it, punch it, kick it, figure it out. Like, figure it out, I guess.
Behold my floating masterpiece, the egg carrier.
The beaver, he's annoying. That's what it was. It was a beaver, not a squirrel. That shows you how much of the show I've actually seen. I've only seen like 2 episodes and that's it. Yeah, but the beaver can, he can go away.
Hey, we can't
You hate
let him get
you
away.
hate logic, like actual logic, physics, or Logic the Rapper. There's a lot. If it's Logic the Rapper, we're gonna have some problems. No, I'm kidding. We're good. We good.
Unfinished business to take care of. No problem, Knuckles. We'll
Oh,
take care of
cool.
everything here.
Come on, let's get going.
That's not Jim Carrey or Ben Schwartz. I was gonna say, crap, I got stuck. I am curious. I would like to hear Jim Carrey and Ben Schwartz kind of reenact some of these scenes, like doing voiceovers of it.
Sonic, wait
That'd be
here
kind of
for a
cool.
second.
Big was annoying to play as an SA1. Yeah, thankfully we took care of him right away on the first adventure stream, so we never have to. Oh crap, we have to see him one more time. That should really destroy the propellers on that. Just saying.
Sonic, hop in.
He actually starts his sentences with, well, actually.
Let's go.
Well, actually, my greatest strength is my something cowardice. My extreme cowardice. Like, nope, I'd rather have Knuckles being like... What's the whole Knuckles Jr. gag that he did? It was pretty funny. I thought it was so dumb, but I liked it. I think you would make an excellent Knuckles Jr. Or make an excellent sidekick. But we'd have to change your name. I was like, no, I'm the one looking for a sidekick. Oh god. I don't care about points. Like, no, I'm the one looking for a sidekick. I like that joke. Funny. Yep, Sky Chase. Gotta do this for like, what, 2 minutes? Look, I love adventure. I don't like doing this. I mean, I can play it, I just don't care for it whatsoever. Oh crap, there was like one more set. Side one? I couldn't hit that last one. Whoa, what happened to my cursor? It went way... My cursor went really low. The crosshairs? It went right below the plane, so I didn't aim properly. That's the only downside, is it kind of just goes over. I don't know. Like, you kind of have to, like, readjust it. Those Sonic playthrough are good, but Similar, similar Sky Chase. On the first time, it got repetitive later. True. The Diagonal Scroll, welcome. Welcome to the stream. If Dragon Boss would have originally been, that'd be interesting. Also, hey Dan, how you doing? Yeah, I got an 89. Oh yeah, that's right. I needed 8,000 points. I think I got the second emblem for that. What's with Sonic's quills? It's using older models for it from Saturn games. That's why his quills look weird. Like you'll actually see it in the second Sky Chase. Yeah, it's the Saturn models. It's just we'll get a closer look at them later. At this point, we realize that Tails was not just Sonic's best friend, but also his greatest stalker. How does that make sense? Find out today. National Geographic. Tails, close your mouth. Alright, thanks for coming by, Bali Bali. It could be a time constraints. So is the possibility. I thought the game froze for a moment. I was like, no way.
I owe so much to Sonic.
Like it was so good until now.
Sonic!
Don't you mean Animal Planet? Can it be both?
Wonder where he went. Sure hope he's
Also, no, I meant
alright.
National Geographic
The
because there's
tornado's not
it always
powerful
plays the there's like a it has that little intro thing that it
If I'm
plays.
gonna get
So
that
I was going off
anchor,
of that.
I need to finish
If I said
my
Animal Planet, that
prototype.
would have not made any sense.
It needs a Chaos Emerald to work.
Yeah, that's the only thing is
Looks
that you
like
can't
I
skip the
better
cutscenes,
find
and
one
it runs
fast.
only at 30 with frame rate drop. We will be seeing more of those. Personally, I don't have a problem with it, but I know that some people do. So yeah, I understand. They remake the game that it's not a boost game. I have a feeling it's not going to be a like a one-to-one remake. It'll be more of a reimagining of the game,
Wow!
just so that way they can kind of like update it to today. It's like Final Fantasy VII's remake, where it's not a remake like completely, where it just takes everything and does it one-to-one. Like it completely changed the gameplay. I have a feeling if they ever do anything with the adventure game itself, they'll probably do that instead. So we won't get a remake, it'll be a reimagining instead. If that makes any sense. Not for reimagining and sick to death of boost games. Not the biggest fan of them, but I do know, like, you can only do so much with them. I feel like with the adventure playstyle, there were like possibilities that weren't really like, it had potential that it never really met because the last adventure style, like the last game to use adventure style gameplay, is considered one of the worst games of all time, and that's 06. Bitter pill to swallow, but I mean, it's there. Can't just ignore that game exists, or that game. Can't just say that the game doesn't exist and completely ignore it. It does exist, so why they haven't redone the formula. And if Sega's listening, it's not the formula that didn't work. It was just the glitches and the story itself that were just dumb. Although I do like that it wrote itself out of canon, so that's... No, actually, no, I don't like that. It's an easy cop-out. But it does mean that technically the kiss never happened. I mean, like at least kissing Sonic. Technically, it never happened because because they managed to reverse to undo every single event that happened. So them meeting up never happens. Sonic going by Soliana technically does happen, but nothing else from the game happens. Wrote the story out of existence. Yeah, it's a shame we can't fix the story. Oh well. They say it didn't happen, yet Silver and Blaze keep going up. They're in different games as well.
I wonder where
I believe Sonic Rivals is their debut in canon. So I think that's where it comes from, because they're in other games as well. It's not just Sonic 06, it's just, you know, they get retconned. Right there. Okay. I forgot it for a moment. Feels like a cop out to get around the lore. You know what? I'm fine with it because I don't like 06's story. There's a few things that don't make sense with it. And if I ever do stream 06 again, I will point them out because I've seen them before.
The servers are the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Hello there, friend. How are you?
What were you saying
No,
before?
I just noticed something. For as like how war-driven a kid in the tribe was, surprised none of the others were just looking at him and like ready to fight him, like
it goes like this.
Sonic Adventure style racism.
Chaos.
I mean, it'd be terrible, but you know, it would make sense. You know, if he's an outsider. Why is she calling them Chaos Emeralds when they don't have Chaos? I'm at the name at this point.
Sure what it all means. But the number 7
I think that just has to do with the script. They're vaguely referring to him, but they don't mean that it's actually Chaos, because then...
Emeralds?
Forgive
I don't know.
me, but I don't think we've ever met before. I'm Tikal, and you are?
I think if anyone in the story catches, like, hears what that creature is, they'll just kind of put one to one. They'll just kind of put it together and realize that's Chaos that she's trying to speak to, or trying to learn about. So, yeah, I think that was done on purpose to avoid referring to Chaos or referring to that creature as Chaos, but still being able to mention the Chaos Emeralds. Love Tikal's theme. Me too. Really nice. God, this guy.
Whoa!
And the only other thing I could say is the fact that I guess they've always been referred to as Chaos Emeralds, and they just kind of put the name to Chaos because it uses them. Chaos uses the emeralds to become, you know, perfect Chaos. So maybe they kind of linked it together and called them that afterwards. When playing 06 my first playthrough, tried to replay it, but I can't bring myself to go far with the issue. Really kill it. But people will say as long as you avoid those issues, it's a good game. Believe what you want about the game, but I'm going to say what I'm going to say about it.
The time has come at last. This new plane should work a lot better. I've ironed out most of the problems.
Tails, you're not talking to anyone.
So, here it goes. Emeralds, do your stuff. Ready, Sonic? Here I come.
He's speaking to nobody.
Tornado 2, clear for takeoff. Away we go.
I'll be honest, if they did remaster that, it would be kind of cool to watch. You know, because it wouldn't be like a stretched JPEG. Could be talking to the Emmer dude. True, that is true. I mean, I guess.
There you are, dead ahead, the egg carrier.
Lyrics for the song do really seem phoned in. True.
All right, Tails. Way to go. This plane's cool.
Maverick Almighty 25, thank you for following like 9 minutes ago. Sorry I missed it. Still in the chat, feel free to help hop in to say hello. Or if you're still watching, feel free to say hello.
We nail those guys.
You got it, hang on.
Remember what I was saying about the analog control I was dealing with? I'm just not used to the level. Like, I'm not very good at these. Watch, we're gonna get a close-up on the models now.
So far, so good.
Hope you know what you're doing.
You bet. Watch this. Transforming now.
There you go. There's your half Dreamcast, half Saturn model.
Let's do it.
Or it looks like a Dreamcast one until like they go right back into the plane section because you don't have to see it up close, so you won't be able to tell. I don't think I'm gonna get it. I think I've spent way too much. Plan to stream SA2 in the future? Maybe, but not on Dreamcast. Yeah, I don't think I got anywhere near it. To get the second emblem, you need to, I believe, hit 20,000 points. Spend a little time grinding. A little bit more time. Just want to guarantee these points. That's it. There we go. Hey, Ronic327, welcome. I believe it's 20,000 points you needed for this to get the second one, like so. So we did it, I hope. Because I know going for all the emblems, that's like on DX is actually one of the harder things to do. But on this, it seems to be super easy. Yeah, that's fine. Either that or I'll have to go and do it again. But I shouldn't have to. Look at how easy Tails' story is. Yeah, it's super easy, but it's fun.
We got a problem here.
What now?
I forgot to put in the landing gear.
Whoa!
And nothing broke. Alright, thanks for coming by, Pika Noob.
Wow, this thing is really huge.
That's what... Never mind.
No time to gawk on it. We gotta find Amy.
You're right, pal. Let's get
Tails was just like, we gotta find her. Gotta find her. Like, he hasn't even been around her that much yet, and he's already tired of her.
Don't get any ideas, Sonic. You have no idea what this vessel can do.
Why didn't he think to put a landing gear? You're asking way too many questions about that. They have to create a way for you to not get off the egg carrier easily somehow. Alright, thanks for coming by, Cuphead. Cuphead Plays.
Whoa! Hey, it transformed! Did you see that?
Now, how are we gonna get to the bridge?
I hate it when he doesn't listen to me.
I guess you weren't expecting that, were you? There's only one way to get to me, Sonic, and that's through the sky, Beth. I doubt if you can make it.
You're embarrassed that you died to the Egg Viper 10 times? That's all good. It's all
Bring
good.
it on, Eggman.
Everyone starts from somewhere. Like, I used to phase through it before I realized, hey, don't spin, don't
this
do the
must
homing
be the
attack.
Skynet, huh?
Okay. Like, there's a point where you don't have to do the homing attack and you can still hit them. I kept doing it and phasing through them, so hey, we're all guilty of it. We've all had those moments. Faces look so stupid while talking. True. But I'll take that over what TSR has for dialogue, which is just a portrait and that's it.
Come on, Tails.
Okay, game. I couldn't see. That's what I mean by the camera angle is not very forgiving. Again, a fix that DX had, but I think DX just needs more flexibility with that camera. Whatever, we're good. Okay then. Good to know that I actually can't do that because the game does not let me.
You made it. See you later, Tails. Hooray!
No, I am so sick of how this game does that. Play the intended way.
You made it.
Yeah, this one's like a problem area.
Hey, hey, hey.
Scripted ones are like a huge issue.
See you later, Tails.
But when you're not stuck dealing with that, it's manageable.
Hey, Tails. Hey, hey, hey.
Camera. Oh my god. Done.
Yeah!
It's not very forgiving.
That wasn't too bad.
Try to beat the game's Knuckles. Knuckles. No, just not something I ever tried to do. Uh, Knuckles Bridge. Thank you for following, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't go out of my way to do like crazy playthroughs and stuff.
Yeah.
I only did that for videos.
Is that it?
So
Sonic,
anything
you
I haven't
should
done on a
check out
video
the
yet, I haven't
bridge.
tried. So I'm sure all of it is doable. But probably. Doesn't have the part people find generally offensive. I don't know what you're talking about. Is it like the gravity one? Because it's not that bad on it. Jank, but not bad.
Sonic! Tails!
Ha, you're a bit late.
Not the birdie!
Behold the magic trick. It was right in your ear. What were you expecting, a quarter?
This is
Not
all I
today.
really need. Gamma?
Oh, that's the name of the music in the stage, General Offensive. Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
Get rid of these pests. Give them all you got.
Aye, aye, Master Robotnik.
I'll leave it up to you, Gamma.
Gamma, kill. Gamma was one of the best badniks. Yeah, he was.
Resistance is futile.
I'm pretty sure it's not. Wow, it cuts off on you. In DX, it doesn't. Like, as long as you're continuously hitting them, they'll just keep taking damage. It's crazy.
Please stop, Tails! Move aside, Amy! Get out of the way! No! This robot is my friend! He helped me! Don't hurt him!
Made the sound.
Okay, if you say so, you have your reasons, I guess. Hey, this ship is losing altitude!
Hurry, Tails! Take Amy and get out of here!
Well, what about you?
I'll find Eggman and put a stop to his evil ways.
This is when it was like, oh, I'll find that Eggman and put him out of commission. I was like, oh, God, he was like, kill him. Like, damn, Sonic can be a little too much. Also, how is he flying like that? How's Gamma flying like that? His only thought, don't drop, don't drop, don't drop, otherwise he is going to burn. It's like it was just like the models just flying, like floating. Weren't even flying. Or at least Tails wasn't flying. Like his tails were just like still. Yeah, don't hurt the robot that just tried to kill us. Why? Because I've befriended the robot. One that tried to kill us. Yes. You. Yes. Okay then. Yeah, it is moving way too slow for him to keep them up in the air. Did you see
I
that
wonder what happened
bird?
to Sonic.
Wait, that bird dust warp. I think I missed it.
I'm finished. Chaos was defeated.
He's
and
dead.
now
Roll
my
credits.
big carrier is
Never mind.
ruined. No matter. I will destroy Station Square anyway.
Oh, dust is supposed to be exit. We can't show that on Twitch. Come on, Eggman. Gonna get us banned. What happened to Sonic? He exploded at roll credits.
If that missile is launched,
Ready? Fire!
And that is such a weird arc for it to be shot at. Like it didn't go very high up, but still managed to just turn completely and fall. Crazy. At least we saw it for 2 seconds.
No, it was a dud. I can't believe this. I'll go and deal with this myself.
Hold on, if he sets it off, doesn't he take himself out as well?
oh no! I better get to that
Why is
missile
he
before
shooting
he
it
detonates
early
it.
in? Asking way too many questions that that would not have good answers to them. Like if he goes and detonates it himself, wouldn't he blow himself up with the rest of the city? Wouldn't it be better to just, you know, fire another one? Or did his so-called amazing egg carrier only have one missile in it?
The fate of Station Square depends on me. Sonic! I've changed a lot since I've started hanging with Sonic. But I can't depend on him forever.
Oh, that changes.
I know I can do this by myself. Okay, Eggman, bring it on!
Remember when he used to be like this? When he actually developed to, you know, fighting for himself? Never getting that again. This series.
You think you can keep up with me? What? He's caught up?
I just realized I only have 1 life. That's crazy. I think it also counts as 0 life as well. And this is the one race that doesn't have rubber banding. Means... Nope. Oh my god. That really just happened. And now he's caught up.
Tails, wait for me!
Yeah, no, screw you, fat man. Yeah, it's the one race that doesn't have rubber banding, so he won't actually get a lot faster just to catch up to me. So I have all this free time that I want to finish the level. And level done.
Yeah!
Tails and Sonic Forces was an embarrassment. Yes, absolutely.
That wasn't too bad.
And how many times this game's misspelled Dr. Robotnik?
Oh no! It's Robotnik! So you beat me to the missile.
Here's my theory. Those highways were made for decoration. The mayor went crazy one day and just wanted them to have this super futuristic looking city at one point, and then they're like, "Here, just cut it out." Spent too much of the town's funding. Now we have to have this casino here.
You fool. Away, before I make mincemeat out of you.
I'm not scared.
It's the
I'm
best
not
line in the
scared.
game.
I can do this.
Rubber banding is a dumb gaming mechanic, IMO. True, but that's kind of how they created difficulty with certain racing games. So it happens. Sonic R actually has an option for you to disable it, which is kind of cool.
Get a load at. No way. I can't. Ah! Get a load at this. No way. I can't. Ah! Get a load at this. No way. I can't believe this. Ah!
I know if I try going for my swinging my tails at him, there's a chance I could just go directly into him.
Get a load at this. No way.
Because that'll happen. I've had it happen numerous times.
Ah! He's not gonna get away with this. Get a load at. Get a load at. Get a load at this.
Quite the final boss fight.
I can't believe. Ah!
Oh, Dr. Eggman wants to make mincemeat at tails. That just sounds gross. Minced for. I don't know. Always like this voice acting kind of bothers me. For some reason, it kicks in and I'm like, well, this game came out before you could use a controller to stop complaining. This is me always. You don't always have to like approach it that way. I mean, if it doesn't age well, it doesn't age well. There's no reason that you don't have to call it, that you have to like kind of stay quiet about it. You can always call it out on that. Also, his eyelids are not completely attached to his face. I saw that for a moment. It was weird.
I did it all by myself.
True. So it'd be something like Crash Team Racing, where the AI is just really smart. But I don't think they're going to be able to do that. Or I don't think that was possible at the time. It is now, but not then. And that's it for Tails' story. We got to sit through cutscene. We have to sit through the credits first before we can play as Gamma, and then same thing for Gamma, and then Perfect Chaos or Supersonic, same thing. Remember what Tails was? Forces clearly did. And he would just go in and fight something. Yeah, I remember that too. Also, Tails. No. Yeah. Looks like the hair on his chest is more like a sticker that it, or that it's like Velcroed on. So if you just go a little bit more weight, and it would just rip it right off. Everyone agrees on how they could have made a good animation that looked realistic. Well, I mean, you gotta remember, near 21-year-old game here. Actually, 21-year-old game because it came out in Japan first, but still, it's an older game, so standards for animation weren't really as high, as good as they are now. So, yeah, we're gonna have to sit here for a little bit. I apologize for that. Past midnight trying to edit the Sonic 3 video, so just letting you know. The Sonic 3 video is almost done. I'm gonna finish editing it today. It'll be up for channel members and Twitch subs tomorrow, and then for everybody else it'll be up on... I kind of want to do Friday, just so that way we can hang out here afterwards, but it might have to be on Saturday. But we'll see. Game is definitely aged rough. True. But the gameplay is actually aged better than some other games, which is very weird. Like, the game visually and sound-wise is kind of, you know, it hasn't aged too well. The sound has held up a lot better. But gameplay-wise, for the most part, has held up much better than, like, even some of the more recent games. Kamiga Hill fan with the Game Grumps reference. Best Tails gameplay still. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to play as Tails. I wish the classic games actually had more routes available to Tails only, but not really. You could just play Tails as you normally play as Sonic. That would have been kind of cool, but then again, you'd probably have to like redesign every level just to kind of fit that. So it makes sense. In a way, yes, it is. It's just that you don't see specific parts. Like Tails never encounters Amy, and then Sonic never goes and does the sandboarding to get the emerald. There's like slight differences, but they kind of all experience the exact same story, just told through a different perspective. So the tone is different for each character. Like at the beginning, you saw a lot of Sonic, but at the end, you never really saw him as much. Did I beat? Yep, I beat Tails Story. By the way, hello Emerald, how you doing? We had to get new equipment because the blue snowball was done, which kind of sucks, but hey, new thing. I hit the wire. Hit the cable that's coming out. I wish the cable wasn't coming out the bottom or anything. I think that's what I preferred about the snowball, is that it was coming out the back of it. This one, it just hangs out the bottom. Oh well. If I had a different, maybe if I had a different stand, I could get it working. Or it would just be like out the bottom. This would just be like tilted so it could still face me, but the wire comes out the back. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud now. Finally gonna see the Sonic movie tomorrow? Nice! Still waiting for Radical Soda to do a full cover of the SE2 theme. Yeah, Radical Soda. Where's the SE2 theme? Huh? Where's it at? Huh? I think I've only ever had a conversation with the guy once. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, right. We did the Capture the Flag on Tails' channel when one team decided to cheat. No, they just exploited how good one of the characters was and just like had 3 or 4 players in one area just staying at their flag. So we couldn't make any progress getting to them. I think Amy was the best one in the game. It was Silver first, and then it was Amy. And then everyone was just playing the blame game of who told somebody about the exploit so they could all play as that. On a fan game called Tails Adventure Project Armada, would it be playing a demo? Once we are making to Tails Adventure that came on the game here a long time ago. Yeah, I remember one of the people that used to be a part of your on your team actually approached me and told me about the game a long time ago. All right. I'm gonna play as Gamma. But yeah, I remember hearing about the project a long time ago. I'm actually on the server. That's alright. Thanks for coming by, Piggy Man. Hopefully you have a good day. Movie review guy, what's up? Welcome to the stream.
Excellent. All systems, full power.
All right, movie guy.
Brilliant creator, Dr. Robotnik.
Did I get any new subs today?
You're the
No,
second
no.
of my E100 model
I think
machines.
the whole sub thing kind of came to an end. A shame. It would be nice to have the last 5 so I can get the 3rd emote, but
Gamma.
we'll have to grind for that another time.
Gamma.
That's right. You will now obey only me.
I'm gonna see and hear Gamma's theme in a movie. It'd be too sad. Knowing what happens to him would be way too sad.
Shooting range is
But
through
I
this
would watch it.
door. Your big brother, E101 Beta, is there practicing.
I
Enter
believe he
Gamma.
is a noob.
You're not
I
as
will show
advanced as
how
Beta
to
is,
do
but
this.
You'll do fine.
I hope I don't fall into some kind of pit.
Destroy the sonic target. Destroy the targets, and you'll get extra time.
There we go. Get as much time as possible. I want them points. By points, I mean time. Done.
Mission complete.
Oh, I thought it was going to keep that time on there. I was like, am I never going to get those 6 seconds? Can I have a Todd Phillips Joker-like movie? Okay. No kidding, I just graduated. Same screen. Oh, okay. Full Sail. Gosh, lucky. You guys get WWE NXT there. They actually perform the shows at that university. It's actually kind of cool. I don't know, I'm jealous of that.
Good job, Gamma. I didn't think you had what it takes. Okay then, Gamma. Here's your test. If you want to stay on board, you must be able to pass it. So pay attention to what I say.
You know, I just caught what you guys were doing in the chat. You're just
Almighty
quoting that song.
is a flying fortress
That shows how much.
with a good crew.
That shows how much I've actually listened to it. It's been so long, and I don't really care for it. I know it's popular, but who cares?
Older brother E101. Just call him Beta.
And there's a reason why he's called Beta,
The two of you
because he was
against
never
each other,
complete.
and the winner serves
Ouch.
on my ship. I put my bets on Beta, but I owe you at least a fair chance.
Oh, well. No time for a water break. Get to hear a really badass theme only for a couple of seconds. There we go.
Mission complete.
They do this. Yeah, they do the school. Oh, okay. Over 200 plus million people on YouTube checks. Yeah, I know. It was a popular song. It was a,
You
I believe, a
surprised
one-hit
me,
wonder.
Gamma.
I haven't heard anything from that group ever.
There was more to
Aside
you
from that.
than meets the eye.
How it works.
I hereby
Like
grant
people just
Gamma
get nostalgic
permission
about
to
the song and
serve
just start
on
listening to it
board the
again.
egg carrier. What? So you want to
But
come
personally,
along
I
with
never
us,
cared for
eh?
it. It was okay, but it wasn't that great.
Okay, okay. We could always use a spare set of parts, I guess. You have special permission.
Sorry, I was double checking something. The Scatman, oh my gosh. Actually, I never liked that one. I found out how interesting my tastes in music have been, or have changed over the years, so it's like very interesting. I found out I don't like a lot of 2000s music. Like, I've heard a lot of the more popular music of the 2000s, and I'm like, a lot of this is crap. Like, there's not that much that's good. Fun part is looking for a job after college. I wish you the best of luck with that, because struggle is real.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
70s and 80s is where it's at. 70s and 80s music, man, that's some good stuff. Like, I hear stuff and it's like, I've never heard this before, but I like it. Yeah, it has like a, I don't know, there's just something to music from that time. It's just really good.
Behold, it's a tale.
Gonna give you up. Hey, that's a good song, okay? Don't trash that song, alright? I don't care about the whole Rick Rolling joke.
I command you to locate this frog
Funny,
immediately. You
says,
hear
no
me?
way, and instead of
I
him
don't
saying why
care
not.
what it takes
Okay,
to get
goodbye.
it. Just bring it to me.
There's like so many scenarios you could do out of that.
We haven't
It's like,
got time to waste.
well,
So come to
like Amy
attention.
just says no, never. It's like, well, I gave you a chance. Opens it up and just fires at her. I'm planning on finishing Sonic Adventure during the stream. Just, you know, finishing the stories that I haven't played. So I finished playing this Tales, finished I'll be finishing Gamma, and then I'll be playing a Super Sonic, and that'll kind of wrap things up because their stories take a while to play through. Then we'll come up with something new to play for next week. Okay, Gamma. Okay, Gamma. Thought you were the only one who liked the song? Nah, it's a good song. Nothing wrong with it. Favorite story in SA1? I'm playing it right now, even though I'm not exactly paying attention to it, because I've played it so many times. I think I only took, yeah, I think I missed one. There we go. Look at that time bonus right there. I finished with more time than I had. The man must really want someone to talk to. He programs his robots to take orders as if they were soldiers, instead of writing the orders in code. That is true. I've always had a theory about like how Eggman was in the games. Maybe I'll actually kind of go over that in a video one day. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, it actually kind of it puts a lot of things into perspective with how Eggman is. Eggman had one of the most emotional stories, even though he's a. What do the Ember dudes do?
Must determine location.
You can do like certain options in there. You can kind of like highlight your text and everything. We're talking about like the stream. That's what they do. Like different things you can get it to do.
Accessing data.
But yeah.
No data found. Location unknown. This presents a problem.
My opinion, it only defeats the purpose of. The ending of it kind of defeats the purpose. Not exact. Okay, I'm legitimately curious. How so? Could have kept Call alive. A waste of a good character. That one dude. Was never really alive. They went into the past. So if anything, she's been dead the entire time because he's from an ancient civilization. He was never like in the modern time. They have a Street Fighter Sonic crossover. I feel like they should just have like their own like independent fighting game again. It'd be kind of fun. Do something kind of like how Sonic Showdown is. But I do like the more Street Fighter style fighting games rather than the Marvel vs. Capcom stuff. Even though I do like those games.
Don't go any closer.
You know, Boom kind of confirms your theory. Technically not canon, but if it does, then that makes sense.
I'm sorry. I see you must not be one of them, huh?
How would I feel if they added a Hypersonic to a hypothetical Mania 2? Well, I hope I don't see a Mania 2 for a long time because I feel like it would be unnecessary.
These children? He's a very loving and gentle creature. These little creatures are too vulnerable without its protection. This protection allows them to continue seeing in peace.
And this isn't Dragon Ball, pretty much. Not gonna make her the Guardian of Earth. Oh, that would technically make her a goddess at that point. No, she's just an echidna from a time when there was more than one, and now kind of serves as a light bulb. That was replaced by Omochao. Not a light bulb, like a ball of light, pretty much, but then was replaced by Omochao as the tutorial. Prefer Boom TV show over Sonic X? I mean, I could see why. Sonic X did have its own set of filler and kind of retold Adventure 1 and 2. My knowledge, what I've been told. Then it had to come up with its own story, but I haven't seen enough of it to kind of judge for myself.
My frog is the right one.
Oh, do you like singing? Yes, they do. I believe. I don't know. This game kind of only something that shows it. What is up with that purple frog? Somebody just add makeup to it?
None of you got the right one. We must find the frog with Chaos's tail.
If they made a Mania 2, what zones would I want to see brought back? I don't want to be a Mania 2. Sorry. I know I'm just completely shutting down the question, but I would rather prefer to see a new game with zones that do not call back to anything older. It could use similar like types of locations, like, you know, forest or stuff like that. Forest, like your water level, your level that's basically like Eggman's fortress, like all machine. Like I don't mind that. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to see another Emerald Hill, Green Hill, Angel Island zone, stuff like that. So the zones that we've seen over and over again. Really prefer to see something, the new design, that isn't just like a straight up callback. Because I feel like the nostalgia pandering is kind of going a little overboard these days. I know it hasn't been as much with the movie releasing, because, you know, the focus is kind of on Sonic's design, even though you can tell they're obvious callbacks. I mean, the trailer shows Green Hill Zone, but yeah, that's kind of how I stand on it. I would want to see it do its own thing, as opposed to just, hey, this zone is here, remember this zone? And then kind of just do that throughout the game. Because it got old when you kind of see how many games do it. All new zones in Mania 2. How about just not call it Mania 2? Bring back the same team and just throw in some new zones. A Gaming Scout, how you doing? You just see beta right there. It's like, see, you were never complete. You were just a filthy work in progress. How much have you missed? We played through Tails' story and maybe a third of Gamma's story, but that's about it. You haven't missed too much. What would be the point of Sonic Mania 2? They wanted to like bring old zones again. That would probably be like the only purpose they would need to reuse that name. Also, you went through the door. Went right through that door.
This is the wrong room.
Old hidden paddles would be nice. True. I mean, that again, it would be cool, but I don't want to see it again. It's like all new places, that would be just fine. That'd be perfect. Alright, I'm gonna play. I wanna play. Let me play your game. Let me play your game! I know you can only play as Amy. What kind of gameplay should they use? That's a tough one because if my answer is gonna be different from a bunch of other people. If they want to go with an adventure style, which is something I would prefer, again, I would like that, but I know people would not. Other people would not like that. If people want to go with a boost formula, then you're gonna have a section that will not like that. Like, I don't really care too much for the boost formula, though I do find some games to be okay with it. Just so many different variables, so many options that you can go through that you're not going to please everyone. So I would say whatever they decide to do, just focus on it being good. Don't focus on it being a specific way to play like a certain game.
Why not?
Just focus on the quality of it, not just, oh, it's just like this game. So, and if anything, I was going to say this when I inevitably get to the Sonic Lost World video that I've wanted to do for a long time. I would like to see them return to that kind of gameplay, but not in the way they did it, like with all these, like actually make the parkour function properly. You don't need the excessive homing attacks because I honestly don't feel that you should have enemies take multiple hits to destroy unless they're a boss. And what's the one? And don't do the two like level design that is obnoxious to deal with. I think a 3D game using Lost Worlds design could work. It just needs to be tweaked. It just needs to be fixed a bit. It needs work because it's rough around the edges right now. But it would be interesting to see where they go if they were to go back to that and see where it goes, see where they could take it. Play a fan game that is called Project White Jungle, I think. I played it. I don't like it. And I have my own reason. I have my reasons for it. I have been meaning to make a video on it, but man, does that... They could really hold off on like the particle effects because it really kills the video because it makes it impossible to record for me.
It is dangerous here.
Something inside Gamma changes here. Yeah, it does.
We'll be arriving at the Mystic Ruins
For adventure formula combined with the boost formula, and I would say if you had the way that the adventure formula went, or like the movement of it, where you can just kind of move or make your turns like much more precise than something like the boost formula, where it just kind of feels a little clunky. Because like actual 3D platforming with the boost formula never really worked. It only worked if you were going like full speed at a high speed in one direction. It didn't work. It didn't really account for like changing that direction as you're running, or if you're just not boosting and trying to like move around like so. It didn't really let you do that easily. It was still difficult to do. But then you still have to design levels around it and make sure that it works properly. Dragon Claws, thank you for... Hey, Dragon Claws and Billy Bob, thank you for following. Let's see. How does Project Fight Jungle play? It's a boost game. It's basically done in the okay. Project is Sonic Infinity engine or framework or whatever it's called. The more I play any game that has to do with Sonic Infinity or the Infinity Project or whatever it is, the Infinity engine, the more I have issues with it. Windows XP crash. Alright, thanks for coming by, it's Gamer Boy. Thank you for coming by, Gamer Boy. Hopefully you have a good day or night or whatever time of day it is for you. Gotta go commence the shooting. Oh, you're not going yet? Oh. Sorry. Nope, that's the wrong room. But yeah, I started becoming less and less of a fan of the Infinity engine because I just don't think levels are being properly designed around what it can do. And I feel like there was something that really annoyed me in it, and I don't have gameplay of it, and I don't know why I'm screwing this jump up, but I guess in the meantime I could kind of talk about. Oh, okay, I can kind of talk about it. When you go on a rail and you press the B button, which is the button you use for the stomp, it will do the stomp anyways. Instead of like when you play Adventure 2, X and B would let you kind of crouch so you can go a little faster. It doesn't do that. You just stomp and go right through that rail to your death, and that has bothered me so many times.
Here's the jet
So,
booster.
as
Press
cool as
and
it
hold the
was
jump
when
button
it
and
first
you'll
came
float
out,
for a while.
starting to see how many people can't really design a level around it, and I know that's someone's not gonna like hearing me say that, and I don't care because it'd be kind of bullshit if I was lying about it. Like, why would I lie about it? I would have to speak the truth about it.
I see you've got the jet booster. Report to the rear of the
Saddest
ship.
story. Wrong way of spelling that word, but I know what you're talking about.
Hurry!
Even though SA1 is a pretty glitchy game, it is not as glitchy as the Game Grumps made it look. They were playing DX. DX has some extra glitches, has some glitches that were never in this, and doesn't have other ones that this game has. So you kind of just swap out some glitches or some performance issues or whatever. So you kind of have your pros and cons with DX, and you have your pros and cons with the original. Opinion on Sonic Colors? I didn't really care for it about halfway through. There was far too much 2D in it. When it was just seemed like it should have. When it felt like it was going to be something that was like a 3D game with a boost, which looked kind of cool. I did enjoy some of the set pieces they had for it. It looked really nice for a Wii game. So I did enjoy the graphics for it and everything. It's just the gameplay just was not there for me. Wasn't into it. I wasn't into the amount of 2D I was dealing that the game had.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Have I read the website Dreamcastify? Not yet. Detailed asking the real questions. Beta, Zero, Theta, Gamma. There's one series that where's Alpha. You also forgot Epsilon. But yeah, there is no Alpha. Maybe Eggman is supposed to be the Alpha.
Amy?
Point still stands though. Not as glitchy as look. Yeah, it was just one of those. They kind of intentionally made it look as worse. I always have that. I know it's kind of like assuming, but I assume that they make it look worse than what it actually is. And then just make their memes about it. As much as I enjoy watching their other Let's Plays of like Castlevania Dracula X and stuff like that, I'm not the biggest fan whenever Game Grumps decide to play a Sonic game because I just know exactly how it's gonna go, and really it's just very off-putting.
Sonic, look! The
So that's kind of how I feel about their Let's Plays. No disrespect to them, it's just kind of how I feel about it. I'm just not into it. There's an Epsilon? Yes, there is. I believe it's Gamma, Beta, Zeta, Epsilon.
And how are you, my metal friend? It's dangerous here. Why not leave Eggman
Delta.
and come with us?
And then you also have Zero, who's not part of the E series, but it isn't named exactly like the rest of them.
Time we met. Even Birdie wants the best for you. You must ditch that awful Eggman. Amy, come on!
That's about how bad the DX is compared to the Dreamcast version, but it also doesn't. They also don't bring up the fact that the Dreamcast version itself doesn't has performance issues, has some extra glitches that aren't really in the DX version. So kind of like they have their pros and cons for one. So I don't know. Then again, it's the whole nature of like Let's Plays. You don't really have like a bullet points or anything that you can talk about. So yeah. Zero's the alpha? Obviously wasn't. Yeah, Ice Cap was the Ice Cap is an issue, but it's not the absolute worst thing. But then once you get the life belt, then it just kind of everything is just easy. Zero doesn't appear to have an animal power source. For a power source. That is true.
Dr. Robotnik. Enemy. Master registration deleted. E-Series. Friends. Must save.
That's cool and all, but I gotta come back. I want to get my triple blaster. My favorite Metal Sonic fight, I don't know. None of them really seem to. I would say the one in Mania, just because it's actually eventually becomes a fight. Everything else is like a race, or you have Sonic Heroes, which is just very tedious. Yeah. Including Sega needs to be on from 06. Well, that's not going to happen anytime soon. That eventually became the basically became the punchline to anything that people want to say bad about Sonic. Hey, remember this? Oh, 06 exists. It's like, oh yeah, have you played Sonic Blast before? It's not as glitchy, but trust me, it's worse. But no, people just want to stick to what they're comfortable talking about. Hey, let's just, rag on 06, which I can defend things from 06. I don't like the game. But whatever.
Use your laser blaster.
Let them do them, I guess.
It blast damages enemies in
kind of mostly how the general public sees 06 anyways. Like, oh yeah, it's that game with the princess who kisses Sonic. Like, yeah, that's probably like one of a few things you remember. Maybe that, and also Silver. Maybe the box glitch. But yeah. Textures look better in Dreamcast. Not all of them. I think the egg carrier one looks like, not when you see it here, but like when it's flying over in some of the other cutscenes, I think it looks better in DX, but everything else I would say I would prefer. I'm not going to say it's better, I would prefer it. Personally like 06, that's fine. If you like 06, that's cool. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, 06 is garbage, so I'll just, if I trash talk 06, just know that, that's because I don't care for the game, but I'm not going to attack anyone for liking the game. If you like it, that's cool, more power to you. Have someone tell me that they don't like Sonic Adventure and be like, well, that's my favorite game in the series. I mean, as long as, we're respectful about other people's opinions on it, there won't be any problems. like the Heroes Metal Sonic model was wasted. It kind of was. It felt like it was. Like, I feel like that fight could have been so much cooler, but no, I feel like they dropped the ball on it. Unless you're still my favorite, though, it did have its problems, I must admit. Oh boy. I'm gonna stay quiet about Unleashed. I really wish that that game had its improvements on Xbox One, like increase the utilize the Xbox One to have those improvements, like a better frame rate and stuff like that. But we never even got those, which really disappoints me. It could have been a much better performing game, the Xbox enhancements for Xbox One and Xbox One X, but no, we got none of it. I think it doesn't cut down on the the frame rate drops, which is why people want it on PC. Much better hardware, they could run the game at a better frame rate, and they can get that 60 FPS they've always wanted. Ever have any cool Sonic dreams? Not really. I tend to never dream about like games. Oh, that worked. Never really tend to dream about games unless it's like a game that's a bit more realistic, and then it's like, okay, then I can see that happening. But it's something like Sonic where it's just like a cartoonish kind of game. Not really. Oh, look at that frame rate dunk. Also, people want Unleashed on PC just for mods. Like, I won't lie, I would probably play Unleashed if it was released on PC. So, Sonic Series fan on Twitter. Oh. Okay, well, I didn't pay attention to that. Sonic Series fan on Twitter, update your that Steam page thing, because I saw it that one time and it said 2018 or 2019, like in November. It was like, at least update it. I would play it again if it was on it. I know the Unleashed project exists, but you can improve the original game with mods, and it would make it much more appealing for newer players, or players who just don't care too much for it. Alright, thanks for coming by, Gamer Boy. Hopefully you have a good day or night. Oh, hopefully you have a good night. Sonic movie, it was good. Awesome. Sonic is a kid's game. Remember when Eggman threatened to shoot Amy in the face at SE2? Yeah, and Sonic Adventure, where they had a giant water god come out and flood the entire city. Or the fact that Eggman tried to shoot a missile into Station Square. Or, well, basically have a dogfight, pretty much. But doesn't sound like what you make it think. It's like airplanes fighting. That's what I meant by dogfight, because that's technically what it is. You have like two characters on a plane going after a giant ship that also has other planes going after you and a bunch of dangerous projectiles. So yeah, I don't think it's exactly a kid's series. I know it's gotten a bit more juvenile as of late, but Forces has taught me anything, that they're willing to go a little edgy, just not all the way edgy. Yep, Sonic Adventure. Cheerful music as you kill everything. But Windy Valley music is so good. Same reason they got rid of Hypersonic. No, Hypersonic just, like, you know, epilepsy, stuff like that. I think getting rid of Hypersonic, one, they never really had the Chaos Emeralds and Master Emerald in the exact same location, and two, was more of a safety concern than it was like an actual upgrade. If they were to revisit it and redo it so that way you didn't have the screen flash or anything, I think it would work a lot better. But that's just my opinion. That's just, you know, how I'm seeing it. So it's not exactly like incompetence or stupidity. It's just more of a it was more of a safety concern than anything. if anything, I would say it's like when it's like when Nintendo or Game Freak re-released the old Pokemon games on 3DS. They didn't keep it exactly the way it was, where the flashing and everything was all the same. They actually had to tone it down because obvious reasons. I mean, they did it the first time from the Japanese games to what we got, and I've seen the original Thunderbolt. Be grateful they changed it, or they thank you alerts. Be grateful that they made it easier. Let's see. Hey, Marky G55, thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Enjoy the emotes. Wait, that just means... Oh, that means we're... Okay, that's kind of cool. So if we end up with four more subscriptions, then we get a third emote slot, which will probably take a week to verify. If you don't know, Twitch has a thing where you need like certain amount of... They call it subscriber points, and it's done in an interesting way. For each tier 1 subscription, you get a point, and when you get to 15, you can have 2 emote slots instead of the one that you normally get, and it changes with certain subscriber numbers or subscriber point numbers, because they have them like different point values. Like a tier 1 is 1, a tier 2 is 2, and a tier 3 is 5 because it's 5 times the amount of a standard sub. So it's like 15, 25, 35, and I think that's as high as it goes for like extra emotes. So we were able to somehow get to 35. The channel would have 4 available tier 1 emotes. Kind of how it works. Yeah, 4 more subs for a new emote. Please don't make me be the one to have to pay for that one. I did that with 10 emotes once just because I wanted the second slot. Does anyone here watch Doctor Who? Unfortunately, I don't. I've maybe seen 1 episode, but that was it. Do people still get mad if I call Sonic 06 Sonic Adventure 3? No, because there's always a perfectly good explanation for that. Sonic 06 was a soft reboot of the series. There, moving on. Take it easy. Have a good... Oh, thanks for coming by, Packers. Packers Overlord. I keep misreading it for some reason, but thank you for coming by. Hopefully you have a good day.
E101 Beta. Location unknown.
Also, the point of Hypersonic was to restrict Supercorn second half of Sonic 06, worse than Sonic 4.
The egg carrier.
That is bad. Worse than Sonic 4 Episode 1? I'll say this, it's more entertaining than 4 Episode 1. 4 Episode 1 is a free slog to go through. It's a very uninspired game to go through. Not saying a lot because, I mean, we got Wave Ocean and Sonic 4, or Sonic 4, 06, sorry. Getting my games mixed up. At least 06 was more entertaining. Gamma's way of saving his friends is up. Oh, how nice. But he frees the animal inside and they have a barrier around them, so they're good.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
I believe I go here. Because now we have, so we got, I believe, was it Epsilon or Zeta? And afterwards is going up against Beta. Recognize that the animal inside the breath are his real friends. There we go. That's how it is.
E-Series Beta. Beginning search. Accessing data. Hot shelter. E-Series location confirmed. Unlocking hot shelter.
Sega really does not like their past good game. No, I'm pretty sure they do if they've sold it to us so many times. I mean, we just got Sonic 2, like, what, last Thursday? By the way, Sonic 2 on Switch is an experience. And I normally say call things an experience when it's a bit rough around the edges. By a bit, I mean a lot. But yeah. Rush for the Sonic's 15th anniversary, we really can't blame them. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. because they're the ones who can make the call of, no, we are not going to rush our game for the launch of your system. Sometimes it's better to just wait and deliver a better product. So if you have a rushed game and you try, and that's like your only excuse, unfortunately, it doesn't hold up. You're the ones responsible for the product. You're responsible for the quality of the product. Yeah. I'm aware of the Sonic 3 and Knuckles thing. That's a whole different issue. But you can tell that they love selling you nostalgia because they've sold so many collections. Like, think of... Was it BioWare? What's the company that does the... Okay. Company that does Mass Effect. I believe that is BioWare. Jeez. Can I not hit something that loads on me right away? That sounds good. There we go. BioWare. Mass Effect Andromeda. Like, you saw how that was. You saw the memes that everyone came. Like, it felt like a rushed game, and I don't see the point in excusing a company for a rushed product if, you know, they have the call to just say, hold up, we're gonna wait a little bit to finish this game. If anything, it's responsible. I know there's that quote about Miyamoto saying that a rushed game will be forever bad or something. You know, that's kind of beating a dead horse with another dead horse, but it's true. And I know, I mean, not every game's gonna go without glitches or without anything that hasn't been noticed, but it just happens. Sometimes you get an oversight, but if you intentionally rush a game because you want to meet a specific, I don't know, deadline, then you might want to reconsider that, because it's just better to wait it out and finish the product and make it not perfect, because I know not everything can be perfect. If you continue working on it, it's going to just never get done. But to where it's perfect enough. What did you miss? Basically playing as we finished playing as Tails, got all the way to Gamma, and we're near. Worked at Sega. What would be the thing to change? I would really kind of limit the amount of nostalgia they try to pander to. Like, if there's a thing that's like, oh, we still need to, you know, bring up these old things. It's like, okay, let's keep it to a limit. There's only so much you can actually do. I would also re-release Sonic Adventure on Switch, but and kind of try to achieve the 16:9 aspect ratio as opposed to just the 4:3 with the disgusting border background thing behind it. That's just me being selfish. Oh, Knuckles Chaotix re-release. Not so much for the whole, like, it. Not because I'm saying it's a good game or anything. I think it's far from being good. It's very flawed, but more of, you know, if they want to sell you, you know, their history a lot, you know, with older games, kind of missing out on one platform that kind of goes unnoticed. Okay, got it. Okay, game. Actually can't get crushed here, but you can run out of time, but I'm going to try and avoid. Okay, game, cooperate. SA2 animated movie. That'd be kind of cool. So this is the one level where you can actually run out of time. If you're not like careful enough. you just do that, you'll be. Sonic Mania is the best Sonic game. Alright. Hey, look. Dreamcast. That's kind of meta. I hope I'm using that right, but... Ow. And done. So how does such a long get into the sky carrier? Or into the egg carrier? Video game logic. Just move on.
E105 Zeta. Rescue.
See the final egg having a this for the egg carrier? Nah. That actually would be kind of cool. It would explain why it extends all the way into the city. It would actually be a very good way to transition between the two. I'd be open to that. Did I know that someone recreated the entire classic Sonic engine in Roblox? Yes, I do. I've seen it a few times. I've been kind of hesitant to make a video on it, but at some point I will do that. Someone should make Sonic Mania for the Sega Saturn. Is that even doable? If so, let me know when it's done. Let me know when it's done, because I really want to play it. I've got a Saturn. I'll boot it up. Recommend buying the $250 console for Mania? No, you're gonna have to justify it with something more than that. If there's like other games that you're looking forward to on that system, then go for it. If it's just for Sonic Mania, you could run it on a low-end laptop or something that's like a decent laptop. You could run it on that and you'll be fine.
Units remaining.
I feel like when you buy something, you kind of have to justify that purchase. Like with the microphone,
Gamma.
I'm using this as an example and slash also to kind of show off a little. I only justified it because it was like, you know, I'll have better audio and stuff like that, higher quality audio. But on top of that, you know, if I ever want to switch out my audio interface or the microphone itself, I can do that. So I'm kind of like thinking of the future. Or when I have with my laptop, justified it with like there are games on here that I can play that I can't play on console, or that I can play better here, or have mod support or whatever. So if you can justify doing that, then that's fine. You can go for it. So have your Wii, what game get GameCube included? Well, you have access to the best version of Heroes. Shadow's an interesting game. I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in. You can get the Gems collection, which has Sonic CD on it. Still, that's a bit of a tough sell, but if you want a console way of playing, I don't know, if you want a console version of Sonic the Fighters, I guess that's a good way to go. I know there's Mega Collection, but if you had the PS2, I think I would probably recommend Plus instead. Even then, like, the older games are much more difficult to unlock. Adventure 1 and 2, for sure. Both of them are really good games. Adventure has a questionable port on GameCube just because while it can go to 60 FPS, it doesn't really stay there. Adventure 2, I believe, performs better on GameCube. Did not know I can go through that explosion, but... Okay, I wasted that one. Don't forget Sonic R. That's true. You get the PC version of Sonic R on the GameCube, which I would say is an improvement. You have like visual improvements and stuff like that. A greater draw distance. Longest time I didn't even. Oh, Sonic CD on mobile. Nice. The E101 has a good design. Yeah, I love the Mark II design. It's so cool. Let's see. All of Gamma's boss fights were jokes. Yeah, this was like the best one just because it was the most difficult one for good reasons. Forget it's possible to beat. Yes, it is possible to beat Sonic R without defeating a Badnik. Oh, trust me, after the Sonic 3 video, you are not going to believe what my next one is. So, yeah, if you think I'm crazy now doing probably the longest scripted video that I've ever done with the Sonic 3 video, just wait for the next one. Get Unleashed. Unleashed on the Wii it's all right. You kind of do have to keep your expectations in check because Werehog stuff is like very monotonous combat. Colors is all right if you're into that kind of game. Another solid choice. I just wasn't personally a fan of it because I'm not really big on the boost gameplay. Sonic Riders, I've heard is really good. I've never played the Riders games myself. I do need to get to that one at some point. Maybe buy myself a copy on GameCube. So how long will the Sonic 3 and Knuckles Badnik without defeating a Badnik be? I can't get into exactly how long the video is. Let's just say it's the longest video of all of them. Like of all the without defeating a Badnik videos, it's the longest one. And wait. I know I've been kind of ignoring this story, but gotta keep it for the... shot, though. Such a good shot. Like, I love the way they have it like all positioned. And to people who thought that... oh, okay, I'm a little off. I'm surprised that didn't start taking off chunks of the egg carrier with it. But if you think, you know, that's the end of Gamma, pay attention. There you go. And there's Gamma. Get Sonic, you get Riders on GameCube and zero. As the next Badnik challenge after Sonic 3 Sonic Adventure. No, I've learned one thing from Sonic 3. I need to do some shorter videos with that series first to kind of get myself back into wanting to do longer games. Pink Bird lives on. Yep, and that's Gamma. Gamma is the pink bird. His flight is so stiff. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. I like to think he lives on as the Flicky. He is powered by the Flicky, so I consider the Flicky also Gamma, but I consider the Flicky to be Gamma, so I go with both. Too short, needs longer level. I guess. So is the Sonic 3... so is my Sonic 3 as Knuckles or Sonic or Tails? Is my mic better? I don't know, can you tell? Oh, Sonic 3 without defeating a Badnik. Well, I make it a point to play a Sonic for each of these, for like the main games that I've been playing. Sonic R was a difference because gameplay-wise, I hated playing a Sonic. Also, it was a joke video, so I didn't count it as much. I always make it a point to play a Sonic in that game, in the games that I do for it. So it's going to be a Sonic. And there's going to be a couple of interesting revelations that come from that. A couple of things that I found out that come from that playthrough, so I made sure to highlight them in the video. The editing is almost done. I just need to make some final adjustments to it, and it'll be ready for weekend. But is my mic better? I'm using a brand new mic, so I guess so. I don't know. It'll let me do things like this, so I can just make myself super quiet, and then at some point not be able to.
What's that?
Well, I made myself too quiet for the mic to pick up, but the point is, I have a little bit more flexibility. Enderman Slayer. First off, welcome. Second off, thank you for hosting. Late, a little, but not entirely late. We have one more story to go through, and it's Supersonic. And double checking. Do I still stream on YouTube? The answer is not really. I've learned that one, I kind of retain the same viewership here that I do on YouTube. Like, live streams haven't been what they used to be. Like when I used to draw in like 60+ people. Also, YouTube is planning on changing to their new version of Creator Studio, and with that is a different way of doing the live stream feature. I'm not exactly a fan of it. On top of that, I prefer a lot of Twitch's features that they have. And if this one is mostly a thing for me, I would like to stream games that aren't just Sonic on the channel, and just kind of see exactly who's interested, or just get a good conversation going. I feel like with YouTube, it kind of invites a lot of people either to be, you know, to try to just have like conversations with themselves there. If that makes any sense. Like, not exactly conversations with other people, but like it kind of becomes their own little thought bubble. And I think that just kind of distracts from an actual conversation that can be had in the middle of the stream. Like when I play Breath of the Wild, or if I'm playing, when I played Sonic 2, there's like legitimate, like a lot of really good conversations, or even today's stream. So I think the overall environment of Twitch and the people who do come over here to watch the streams, I think I prefer that over just having a lot of people in a YouTube stream. Perfect Chaos would be better with open heart playing through the entire boss. Yes, but I'm also gonna say that the second phase, the music for that is so good. It is so damn epic. But I do agree. Or if it was the other way around. Like you use the orchestral song for Peace. It has no lyrics, so it's Peace. Like if you use the orchestral stuff first, and then you go into Open Your Heart, that would be awesome as well. Kind of like how you do with Sonic Heroes, where you have like, it has its own music. It's supposed to be like terrifying and stuff, and then it plays What I'm Made Of. Wow, I actually got that right. Take that, Sam. Eggman command robots vocally because he write any code for them. Robots are actually biochemical. They're hypnotized by implanting consciousness. An interesting theory. Somebody make a mod to transform pages. Yeah, you just get the mod loader. It's automatically a cheat code in there. You just go to you open up the mod manager, and then you go into the cheats. It'll be right there, because you can do that with 50 rings. Yeah, in Generations, I honestly prefer the fight against Perfect Chaos in Generations. People have agreed. I've had somebody disagree with me on this, but hear me out. You have more of an actual challenge instead of just running forward. Kind of cool as Supersonic, but not exactly a fight. With Generations, there's also platforming and boosting involved that you have to do, and you have to also do the homing attack at the right time. It's a much more involved confrontation against Perfect Chaos than it is in Sonic Adventure. So that's why I prefer it, though I still love Sonic Adventure, and I still love doing that in Sonic Adventure. No, despite what I say, I'm still going to love it no matter what. It's a giant question mark. I would love to see that. Hopefully we're not doing this. Phase music. Oh, sweet. I gotta get it. Can't wait for the final boss. Me too. Hey, Poor Mage, how you doing? Welcome to the stream.
I hate that Sonic.
For Perfect Chaos look in
He
this.
always seems to get in my way.
It looks fine. I still think hardware limitations for a thing, you know, couldn't really do too much about it. All good? Alright. Puns. I don't make a pun. I don't know. I don't think I could force a pun. I just like.
The Master Emerald is where it belongs.
I mean, what could I use? What? I don't really have a gem of a pun I can use about the Master Emerald,
This doesn't
and
make
that's
any
forcing a pun.
sense.
See, even pissed off
Maybe.
Knuckles.
Those
Big
chaos
Chaos is better
emeralds
without scales.
that I brought back with me
Scales on them?
have something to do with
Think
what's
so.
happening.
If that's the case.
I'll
I
take
don't know, I
them to
think
Sonic
Perfect
for
Chaos
his
just
advice.
looks much cooler in Generations, but then again, you know, he's not just a giant liquid monster.
Eggman.
Some zoom out in a weird. See it, bruh.
This is terrible. Chaos
Is what?
Right there. Eggman frickin' dies. Oh, I wonder if it has the weird sliding thing from DX. I haven't played like Adventure, Supersonic. Whoa, what is with that texture? Like I haven't played this story on the Dreamcast version in a long time, so
Eggman learned his lesson.
I wonder if he's gonna
Yes.
slide.
And maybe I'll take another vacation somewhere.
Sonic!
Hey there, Tails. Did you find the tornado too?
Oh, he doesn't.
Never mind that. Get up and follow me.
Hold on. There's an entire
Hey,
animation that went
falling
missing.
Again.
Hey, no way. Who blew it this time?
Wow.
Well, I don't know. But we better hurry.
Way to go, DX. You really kicked the leg out the leg on that one. Knuckles. Wait, I want to see one more thing. Okay. Technically, if anybody's remembered the other streams, we've always checked up on the burger shop people. You know, the man and woman, the guy who works at the burger shop and the woman who had a crush on him. Now, if I remember this correctly, after the egg carrier crashed,
The train headed for Station Square will be
there
departing
was
soon.
she was actually working with him. I have a theory that this is a little bit further from that point. So I want to know exactly what happens now. The egg carrier crash and everything, everyone's gone through their stories, so I have a feeling that it's a little bit further in the future. Is there anything that changes? That's right, burger time! Wait, so DX made the cutscene even worse? It ruined Tails' animation for it because it just had him standing and he would just glide toward. Really creepy. This one, he actually runs and comes to a complete stop. Stuff to work early for once. Oh man, I feel because of what's gonna happen next. Hey, we need some excitement around here. If something would happen. My blood pumping. Give it a few minutes. Something's gonna happen. All right then. Let's see exactly how our favorite pair is doing. Oh no, they're still working together. Okay, so I don't think anything has changed. I not only met my dream guy, but I got to work with him too. I sure lucked out. Now I've got a new problem. I only want to smile for him, but now I only want to smile for him, but I'm supposed to smile at everyone. No, this is a job. Smile, grin, smile. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That girl's got amazing powers. Just have her stand here and smile, and watch sales go through the roof. You're gonna be happy together. Yeah, so it technically wasn't the finale the last time we saw them. There was more to it. Oh, Sonic gets hit by a freaking car.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing.
All right, let's
soon.
go do story stuff. Oh, I just realized how tragic this is gonna be. Oh, story does not. They make it out of this and cool, but have it happen. Like I just thought about it right now. Wait, the entire city gets flooded. Oh man, that's actually depressing that it needed to be. Oh wait, I'm going in the wrong direction. I just remembered. I gotta go talk to Knuckles first. After checking in on his favorite couple, Sonic rushes through the city. After checking in on his favorite couple, Sonic rushes through City Square to find the missing emerald, only to become roadkill. Thus, our story comes to an end. All's well that ends well, right? You not see the town?
Sonic, sorry.
Knuckles and Eggman, what happened here?
He stole my Chaos Emeralds. And Chaos is still alive.
What?
Ah, he's not gonna get away with this.
Hey, Eggman, wait up! Sonic, Chaos is a fearsome
Also, anthropomorphic rodent hit by moving
beast. If he
vehicle.
gets that last Chaos Emerald,
Collides
we're
into
done
vehicle.
for.
No need to explain.
People
We'll get
concerned
on
about
it.
the vehicle.
Tails?
Right.
What? Oh, jeez. This place. It looks familiar.
Those faces.
It's not a dream after all.
Yeah, they're funny looking.
Get out of my way!
No way!
Did you hear what I said?
I won't obey!
We need those 7 emeralds to give us total power. It's power for the people. And they are your people too, you know. We must get that emerald.
Greed is our enemy. Once it starts, you will always want more. Please don't do this. I beg you.
Bah! I don't listen to the words of a child. Ready, men? Charge!
They're confident in their ability and what they think they can do. Sonic. Oh yeah, that technically never happened. I know you might have played a certain Xbox or Xbox 360 or PS3 game, but technically it never happened if you've finished the final story. So it wrote itself out of canon. The voice acting here, I can barely hear it over my my Dreamcast. Hi, Sonic the Hedgehog. Have a dream. What was in that dream? This liquid monster just killed all the echidnas. Man, it was just a straight up one-sided fight. And they were now swallowed up by the swamp monster. I think everything will pan out for itself. Doop doop doop.
Hey, are you all right?
I think so.
None of this is good. That's why they called it war. Chaos is probably the fire. I don't know. I think red is more fitting, but I think blue is more subtle.
Wait up.
I don't know. I wouldn't actually. I just thought about it. Everything is red except for the crystal ring. Even chaos. I wonder why. Maybe technically you weren't supposed to get it. What happened? Game. I'm gonna load. I'm gonna hurry this up. Crashed. I hope not. Please don't. Does that happen? Pretty sure it didn't take this long on the Dreamcast. I mean, I don't have enough memory on the card, but that's the only game I have saved on it. Save your progress? It should. Okay then. Give the RAM getting worn out. A RAM works, but heated? That's impossible. 3 hours or 4 hours left. Alright, gonna have to restart. Game overheated because of all the fire. Oh, that happened. Chaos Control restarts game. I've never had that happen before. Too red. Like, that is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Alright, well, we get to do this all over again. Actually, no, I think we get to go all the way to... I actually don't know how much of this game it'll actually show. Or how much of it I actually went through. I hope I went through some of it.
So select a file.
Also, that's also for people who don't think I'm actually playing this on a... Oh, shoot. I gotta do all this through,
Select a character.
Gotta do all this again. Gonna put me at the beginning. I've never had that happen before. I've played... I wonder if it's just that section. I could probably look it up as we're waiting on this. See? everyone.
Ooh, I hate that Sonic. He always seems to get in my way. I bet he can't foil my master plan. Chaos!
Oh well. That's a first.
The Master Emerald is where it belongs. But Angel Island is still falling. This doesn't make any sense.
This is kind of awkward because now we have to play through the whole thing again. And it's like,
Those
really?
Chaos Emeralds that
Get to
I brought
revisit
back
all
with
of
me
this. Oh well.
have something to do with what's happening. I'll take them to Sonic for his advice. Eggman!
This is terrible. Chaos
Is what?
Does Eggman ever shows chin in the game? I don't think he does. I don't think he has a chin in the game at all. I think it's just teeth right here, which is kind of terrifying when you think about it. Chaos is John Cena.
Guess Eggman learned his lesson. Yep. And maybe I'll take another vacation somewhere.
Sonic!
Hey there, Tails! Did you
I
find
don't
the
see anything
tornado
about like
too?
any bugs in the game.
Never mind that. Get
That
up
would
and follow me.
be for this.
Angel Island is falling again.
Hey, no way! Who blew it this time?
Oh, I don't know, but we better hurry!
Well, we'll just keep going. That's a shame.
The train
Meant it
headed for
extended
Station
our
Square will be
little session a little
departing
longer. SA2. I don't have SA2 on Dreamcast, so I wouldn't even be able to play it right now, because I only have everything set up for Dreamcast, like even the delay and everything. Wish I could skip all of this, but oh well.
Sonic, sorry.
Knuckles! And Eggman! What happened here?
He stole my Chaos Emeralds. And Chaos
Sonic 3 Angel Island was bigger.
is still
True.
alive.
What?
Ah, he's not gonna get away with this.
Needed a whole game to show off Angel Island.
Hey, Eggman, wait up!
I think it was just, you know, I don't know.
Sonic, Chaos is a fearsome beast.
I don't think they ever
Gets that
took
last
into
Chaos
consideration like
Emerald, we're
how
done
big the
for.
island would have to be.
No
I think it
need
was
to
just like
explain.
small
We'll
hub
get
area
on.
and just move on.
Tails?
Or there's just more to it
Right.
that we've never seen.
What? Oh, jeez!
I will try not to spin dash into the next cutscene. That might have broken it.
This place. It looks familiar. It's not a dream after all.
Her father's such a... Whoops. Sorry about that.
Get out of my way!
No way!
Did you hear what I said?
I won't obey!
We need those 7 emeralds to give us total power. It's power for the people. And they are your people too, you know. We must get that emerald.
Greed is our enemy. Once it starts, you will always want more. Please don't do this. I beg you.
Bah! I don't listen to the words of a child. Ready, men? Charge!
Father!
Oh, they're doing this again. You know, the whole light filter they added on it, it doesn't make it look any better. It actually looks really bad. Again, I think it's just another thing that improved in DX, but one of a few visual things that gets improved. Hard to look at the screen. I guess so. They look like they're made of ice cream. Oh, he is blue for a little bit.
Oh, it's a monster! No!
I like muzzled kittens. Muzzled? Or muffled?
Hey, are you all right?
I think so. Oh my gosh. No, no, no.
His eye just... Always T-posing.
Wait up.
Oh yeah, she was for a bit. She was trying to assert her dominance, but apparently they found something that was more powerful than that. Alright, let's see if it'll load. So far,
The 7 emeralds
there
are
we
the
go.
source. Chaos
That was
is
just like a
power
random
enriched
crash.
by the heart. The
I would have to
control
look into that.
surge
I'll need to
controlled
ask some
by
friends of mine.
chaos.
They own like physical copies of Adventure as well on Dreamcast, so I might see what they have to say about it.
The 7 emeralds can change our thoughts into power. If this emerald controls that power,
A lot of red.
please, you must stop him.
Oh, finally some green to get rid of that red. Got some mighty long eyelashes. Even in the past, they had style, I guess.
Sonic, wake up!
Right.
I was on a snooze cruise, I guess.
Please. Thank you for following. Sorry, I missed the message
thing
2 minutes
you're
ago.
okay. You just sort of calmed
But
down there.
if you're still watching the stream, hop in and
Knuckles
say
left
hello
already.
if you want.
Come, we gotta go after the last emerald.
Just sort of conked
either
out
way,
there. What
It
the
should
hell does
still
that
be
even
on
mean?
board the tornado too.
What TV shows do I like? Funny, I don't watch a lot of TV anymore, but some of the shows I did like are like older ones, like Malcolm in the Middle, King of the Hill, older Simpson episodes, like maybe like the first 10 seasons or something, maybe a little more than that. I used to like watching old Family Guy, but then it just got really boring to me. It kind of just does the same thing over and over again. Gonna have to be kind of specific. And then occasionally I will watch like some pro wrestling because that's on TV, and I enjoy it as best as I can. Kind of had to lower my expectations of each show.
Look, it's the tornado too.
Yeah. So let's
I
get
don't
the
think I've heard
Chaos
anyone
Emerald
say
and
that.
leave.
I'll have to remember to say that one day and see if it'll throw someone off.
What?
Probably
No,
mistaking you for
He's
driving
got
while
the
sleeping.
last emerald.
Now what do we do?
Maybe we could go stop what's going on, but Tails, if you want to figure out anything, go for it. Got any ideas? I'm all ears. The Honeymooners is a good comedy. Oh. Remember that whole thing with the two burger shop employees or whatever they're called? The lady and the guy. The story went from very wholesome and cute to gonna get really. Is that wait? Was that the kid from Sonic X? That almost looked like him. He had like the orange hair and everything. Or he had the orange hair. It's just a little hard to see because of how pixelated the video is. Well, at least something good comes of this. He didn't exist yet, or so you thought. Chris Thorndike was a plant by Sonic Team. They brought him into the world first, and then they kind of drowned him out. No, literally, they actually decided to drown him out. The X version, there is a billboard. Oh my, yeah, I remember that. Oh, violent. The kids' game, but look how violent this is. Fear the water. Sounds like someone stubbing their toe. Oh, you know that the video where it's like that's been kind of a thing that's going around now. It's like when somebody stubs their toe or something, that sound effect plays. I know what I'm doing.
That
But
monster is a
I'll
real
record that for a
menace.
minute.
Eggman.
Also, if you've played any of the racing games, I think TSR comes to mind. When you drift, it sounds just like that scream. Why did he use 2 egg carrier 2s? Or both egg carriers? Instead of having one and save the other for later when he's too powerful. You just use both of them and just kind of take over. Have a fleet of egg carriers. That's pretty badass. References to Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic X. Yeah, those were kind of rewritten for the show because they didn't really have anything to go off of, so they just wrote the show, the games.
It's you. The one
Expecting to fight that thing with tiny lasers. Yeah, good luck.
in the Master Emerald.
Gaming Scout. What's up?
Tikal.
Werehog. Deaths.
My heart has always been in the Master Emerald along with Chaos's. Now he's filled with anger and sadness. And if it
Your
goes
tail is
on,
going right through your
he'll
dress.
eventually destroy the world
I don't
like
know
he did
why you
before.
were designed that way. Notice that right now, and it's kind of disturbing.
Look! He's absorbed the Emerald's power. He must be sealed in the Master Emerald now.
How can that help? It won't change how he feels inside, will it? His heart
Expected
will still remain in
autopilot by the
turmoil,
time
and his anger just won't vanish.
autopilot
He'll
has
just be
passed.
trapped forever.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean.
What choice do we have?
Is Perfect Chaos a super form? No. Perfect Chaos is a giant water beast. Oh, there's you. You. Hey, it's you. Why is the ground, like, freaking out?
Sonic!
And there's Amy and Gamma. See? They were always with us.
Here, take this!
See, all 6 of them are there.
Hey guys, what's up?
Chaos
Big shows
only
up out of
used the
nowhere.
negative
Yeah.
power of the Emerald.
Knows very little about the whole thing, and he's just like, I'll just show up anyway.
Sonic, you should
Not
be
like
able to
I can
harness
drown.
their
I'm in the-
real power.
I have this life belt
As much
around
as I
me.
hate to admit it, I think Tails is right about this. Go, Sonic!
True. I'd probably call it a super form as well.
Sonic!
When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Negative forces aren't the only way to
Thus,
power
Nazla was
the
born.
Chaos Emerald.
I've never seen it, so I can't really say anything on it. It's just
Feelings toward
not.
each other
I'm not
will
willing to
never
watch
work.
the Nazla stuff.
together form
Seems
awesome
too dated.
power.
Also, apparently Sonic has a neck and it's blue. Makes sense. Dark Sonic is technically a form. What is a Dark Sonic? It's a thing from Sonic X. I'm not too familiar. At least I think it is. I'm not familiar with it, so I know for sure it's not even canon, so I don't pay attention to it. I only play the games. Freaking go, Chaos. My goal is to not screw up. Watch as it happens. What's up? I was always hyped up when I played this. Like, oh, I was going too slow. If you ever want to pick up speed, like if you ever lose speed for whatever reason, just go forward and just hop. You will eventually gain that speed back, so you can go fast enough and hit them. Sonic Chrono Adventures, Sonic Dark form. Okay. Well, I mean, again, it's still, you know, it's fan-made, so it's not even. I still can't count it as canon. And he's down. Phase 2. Worst supersonic transformation ever? I don't think there is one that I could call worst one. I don't think there is one that I can call the worst ever because they all seem pretty cool. So I'm gonna say none. There is no bad supersonic transformation. Unless you can really come up with one, then feel free to inform me on it. So, is Perfect Chaos a Pokemon because it's using Twister? So it's like a water and dragon type? Ah, I got stuck on something. Watch, I'm going to show you how to gain speed without... That's how you gain speed without the boosters, though I got very close on that one. Only game to give it a 9 out of 10. It's basically Sonic 2. But it's IGN, so I don't care. Sorry, IGN. No hard feelings, but yes, hard feelings. And it's over. That lag then. That's the frame rate dropping. Remember, it's a launch title, and it was never perfect. But I love it.
Hey, I'll play with you some other
This is what I think of when I think adventure. Sega Dreamcast. Playing through this. Although I will say DX, letting you skip cutscenes is it's a nice little creature comfort. And the game's over. Sonic just went and punched him in the perfect jaw. Forces Super... Oh, you know what? I'll give you that one. The worst one is Forces. Wait, Forces Super Trio. Not even doable? Can you even do that in Forces? Imagine that wouldn't be possible. I think it cuts you out of your super transformation early on, but whatever.
Yeah! Supersonic must have neutralized it, so it's nice again.
The Sonic Adventure Randomize? Nice. Always recommend it.
These are the
Hopefully you
charms
get
of
nothing but Gamma,
protecting.
because Gamma World Tour. So the projectiles, Chaos shoots, Chaos spears. Probably like an older version of it, but maybe.
They stayed alive for generations and now live peacefully with humans.
I feel like I noticed something that I really shouldn't have noticed.
The fighting's
Never
over,
mind.
harmony's restored, and life goes on.
What happens when you something?
Thank you so
in classic and returns in modern. I'm not sure if that I've never done that before. Super. Be kind of cool. Cow heads look strange for some reason. We haven't gotten to that point yet, okay? But it's over. And Eggman runs away instead of being arrested for causing this to happen. Let's be honest, this was Eggman's fault. But, yeah.
All's well that ends well, right?
Eat you, Tails. Have I mentioned that before? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to mention it again. I hate you. Alright. Sonic runs off into the JPEG. Do I hate him after the Sonic 2 No Badnik run? Only the AI was pretty annoying to deal with, but I have other reasons for not liking Tails as much. But if it comes to like character AI, yeah, it's pretty annoying. But then, you know, that was the whole point of it. It was to be a challenge, but people were telling me why not just disable Tails, you know, get rid of Tails. For the challenge, it was just that it was a very obnoxious challenge. So I have every right to say what I need to say. Shush. Oh wow, you gotta be up in 7 hours? Oh, good luck. You have a good one. City Escape Station Square? No, I think it's a completely different location because it doesn't... Like, they don't reuse any of the locations from Adventure in Adventure 2. I feel like it's a completely different place. Sonic 3 and Knuckles can be a nightmare with Tails. I never said I was using Tails. I'm not doing that again. That was a one-time only because of Sonic 2's gimmick. After a while, it's like, yeah, I don't need to do this ever again. I don't ever have plans of it, and it will probably become apparent why it's not possible when the video is finished. But with that, Sonic Adventure comes to a close, and should play Knuckles and Sonic 1. I might have something better. I don't know, maybe for like the next stream? Not the ROM hack, though. I might actually play the mobile version since I do have it. So I can try that. We'll see. I would like to kind of do something different for next Monday, which is... Again, we reserve those for Sonic. If you do follow me on Twitch, just know that I play more than just Sonic here, so just be aware of that. I also play Breath of the Wild on Wednesdays, and whatever I'm really in the mood to play on Fridays. So, I'd like to see you all come for Breath of the Wild on Wednesday. Usually around the same start time, maybe a bit sooner, because I had to spend today learning how to set up this whole thing, like this microphone. Because I've never done it before. I've never worked with an XLR microphone before, so it's a new experience, and it was a little tedious getting my my audio interface working properly. I only had like sound coming out of the left side, which was a default option for it. Was dumb, but yeah. Anyways, I want to thank you all so much for coming by. I want to see who's streaming right now. Maybe we can find somebody to raid. If there's nobody that I know that is streaming that we can go to, I think I might know one other place we can go. Oh, I think I know where we can go. I think Gamma is still playing Sonic 2. B. No, Sam is playing Sonic 2. Let's go raid him. As for the next Sonic stream, I have to figure that out. So, let's all go raid Sam. because he's playing Sonic 2 right now on the Switch. We'll let this finish, and then I'll close off the stream. Oh, the guy that hates this game? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm just so used to seeing Blue Arm Sonic, so that just kind of threw me off. See how used to the movie I am now? I've only seen it once. So, that's the link right there. We're going to let this finish off, and then I'll close the stream. I want to thank you all so much for coming by. Hope you all have a wonderful and safe day or night, whatever time of day it is for you. And hope to see you on Wednesday for some Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Also, be on the lookout for an update on Without Defeating a Badnik, because I'm going to be releasing it in a different way. Channel members and Twitch subs are going to get it earlier than everyone else, but it's going to come to everyone by the end of the week. So just be aware of that. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you for coming by. 63. I needed 6 more emblems. I knew I should have gone for that. Anyways, take care.